Wait a second. Where's the Fuhrer's cheese spread?
I can't stop eating it.
Rico!
Relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Fuhrer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores.
Power Combo BOGO? Huh?
Yes, if you purchase an air conditioner, you receive a furnace completely free. At John Henry's, our professionals want to ensure you are comfortable in your home all year long, no matter what Nebraska has to throw at us. Call today to schedule your free estimate and learn more about the free furnace waiting for you. Give John Henry's a call today.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today. If you struggle with joint pain, there's good news. You don't need surgery to get back to full health. South Point Medical and Aesthetics offers breakthrough non-surgical options for treatment of moderate to severe joint pain. Our patients experience little to no downtime from our procedures, and the results are remarkable. They've had 14 years of successful treatments with patients from 35 states because of an effective word-of-mouth traffic. Learn more about how you can get lasting results for joint pain today at southpointmedical.com or call 402-323-8400.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Leaves are falling and the temperatures are cooling down. But don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Leagues are underway with winter leagues beginning on November 27th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf, inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at Double Eagle Golf.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in November, with the best breakfast sandwiches in Lincoln made just the way you want. Order a caramel latte this month, and 10% of proceeds will go to the Lincoln Habitat for Humanity. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brandt.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about Atomic Diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Thanksgiving is near, and Fairway is now taking orders for fresh turkeys, holiday hams, prime ribs, holiday trays, and more. Save yourself the stress of waiting until the last minute and order ahead this year for your holiday meals at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn. Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Thursday, folks. It is Thursday. And you know what that means? Oh, no. Not two more. Two more sleeps until Husker football, but a week from Turkey Day.
There you go.
A week from Thanksgiving. We got ribs, beans, tomatoes,
And football on Thanksgiving Day.
Yes. Is it your Lions?
I think the Lions do play.
It's got to be the Lions.
The Lions do play on Thanksgiving here. It's actually a good matchup. I believe it's the Packers. I think they play the Packers on Thanksgiving Day.
Is that Detroit or is it
in Detroit? Packers at the Lions, 11:30 a.m. kickoff on Fox.
What time is kickoff?
11:30 a.m.
I love it.
There's nothing better than sitting down with a full plate and watching Thanksgiving football.
I love it, man. There's nothing like it.
Once you get done with the plate, you fall asleep about halftime. You wake up, it's halfway through the third quarter, and you feel like, man, this is great.
Well, you may not be falling asleep this year with Detroit. I mean, years past.
Yeah, there's a chance.
You'd be like, oh, Detroit's playing.
You're gonna watch Matthew Stafford throw the ball around. The wide receiver, nobody.
Back in the days, there were some when Detroit would, they were just, you knew it was kind of like, okay, Detroit's going to lose by 21. But you knew Barry was going to run for about, 200 yards, so that made it entertaining. Then they had Herman Moore as one of the receivers during that time. Rodney Peete was a quarterback for a while during those years as well, man. So, I mean, we would catch some good things on there, man. We'd catch some good things on there.
Yeah.
8421 unknown texter. What's happening, brother? He goes, good morning, guys. Just want to let you know Raff wasn't the only one that got a deer yesterday. So nice to sit in a deer blind with the family. Unknown text. Who's 8421? Let us know who you are.
Yeah, let us know.
Text us in,
looks
man.
like Aaron from Crete.
Aaron from Crete.
How about that? I just scrolled up on some of the previous texts.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron. I'm Aaron as well, Aaron. Appreciate you, man.
He looks like Mr. Rogers this morning.
I do. I mean, I look kind of, I don't know, like I'm going back to college
It's nice that you just got done knitting that this morning, able to wear it for the first time.
You know what? It was a tough knit. It was a tough knit, and you noticed
I had to make the shoulders a little broad.
Did you notice the NU?
Oh, I did.
I
did. I like it. I like
notice
it.
the white Clark Griswold, the white Griswold shoes, man.
Hey, is that the first time that you wore those?
I literally got them out the box this morning.
Because here's the thing. Those red bottoms look a little too clean. They're not very dirty.
Dude, I've had these shoes, I think, for about probably 4 months.
Wow.
I just haven't worn them.
Never needed to wear them.
Just haven't worn them.
There
I'm
you
thinking,
go.
for the Big Red event there at Tiburon Golf Course, I didn't want to wear a suit.
Yeah.
I've been wearing a suit the past couple of days after the year for different events. I was like, man, I'm going to wear some jeans.
There you go.
And a sweat, an NU sweater.
There you
Why
go.
not? An NU sweater
It
and
looks,
some white shoes.
for what it's worth, it does look good.
I appreciate it, man.
It looks good. You
Nice
got
and
you got
comfy.
the ice on the wrist and everything. You
Little
good.
ice. Little ice. Little ice, baby. Too cold, too cold. You weren't even
There you
born when
go.
that song came out, were you?
No.
Listeners,
I know the song.
I'm going to tell you something. That shows you how old I am. Where Ice Baby, Nick was not even born yet.
Nope.
Think about that for a second. When the song came out. All right, stop. Turn around and listen. What's the rest, Nick?
I have no idea. I just know how to bob my head. Ice, baby. How about that? So there you
Hey,
go.
Thomas and Lincoln said I wasn't born either.
Yeah, shout out to my young folks out there.
But I say stop. You don't know if to turn around and listen. You don't say stop, hammer time. You don't know what I'm going to say.
Shout out to the people that still can't rent a car. If you were younger than age 25. That's the next mile. I mean, it's so funny. People are like, well, what do you have to look for now? And I was like, well, age 25 is when I can start renting a car. You have to plan trips. So my buddies and I, we're at this spot right now in our lives. We're like, we want to go out. Let's go on golfing trips. Like, let's do all this. For example, I'm planning a bachelor party next April in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, we got to focus on renting a car. But then we realized, hey, there's somebody in our group that is 26 years old.
So you're good.
So we're good because we're like, Micah, you just got to rent the car.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason we're bringing you along.
Do you guys have to rent a car?
Yeah. Yeah, it's easiest.
You guys, wait a minute. Are you driving down there?
No. We're flying.
Phoenix.
We fly into Phoenix and then we drive to Scottsdale.
Which is not far, though.
No, it's not far at all. But then you have to think about, we'd have to get a big enough. Well, we got 8 people coming. We got 8 people going on the trip.
Is everybody bringing their clubs?
Everybody's bringing their clubs.
Yeah, that'd be a tough Uber right there.
Yeah, so we'd have to get 2 of those big Uber XLs everywhere we went.
So you guys are in the SUV when you're down there?
Yeah, they got some Chevy Tahoe thing that we got. So I don't know.
Or one of them runner vans, man.
There you go. Hey, I didn't care what we got. I just wanted to make sure we have some sort of transportation.
As long as you got something, man. As long as you got something down there. Who is this right here? We got Northeast Boy. Cough Dog from Northeast Lincoln. Northeast Boys basketball team did a routine to that song in 1990. We killed it.
That's awesome. That's great.
Cough Dog, my man. Hey, we had some good songs back then, though, Nick.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, we had songs you could play on the radio.
Oh, yeah?
Without bloop, bloop,
well,
bloop,
that's
bloop,
not the
bloop,
case
bloop.
today.
I mean, when NWA came out, obviously they didn't get a lot of play without, on mainstream radio because of the other language. But, I mean, you had Rob Bass, you had Kumo D.
Yeah,
LL Cool J, Run DMC, Tribe Called Quest, Dougie Fresh, Fresh Prince. I mean, we had all sorts of songs you could play.
We had multiple people.
Depeche Mode.
David from Renew. We had Sanderson bring in the lyrics. How about that? So, all right, stop, collaborate, and listen.
There you go.
See, I know the beat.
There you
I know
go.
the beat.
Okay.
I just have to. Yeah.
That song was off the chains, man.
Yep.
What does Sanderson put on there?
He just put the lyrics.
Sanderson and David from Renew. David, I can't wait to go off with you Saturday morning. And we're about 50. No, we're going to say 80-20 that Nick's going to be able to join me.
Hey, I hope so.
We're working some things out.
Working some things
Actually,
out.
we got the paperwork signed. We're waiting for the contract.
We're waiting for the facts to come back.
Yeah, we're waiting for the
We'll
facts.
play the sounder. Beep,
Yeah.
beep,
We're going
beep.
to, once he gets that text back, we're going to play the breaking news to whether it's just going to be a go
We'll
or not.
find out.
Because if we don't, the thing about it is, Nick, is so Raff, in fact, Raff, good morning. I know he's listening because he just sent me a text. He goes,
sent you the text. Okay.
Nick's like, so we're back there again.
I must have my notifications off.
We're back there again,
Wait,
right?
no, I got them on.
You got him on.
We got them on.
Raff says, Lions and Cowboys play every year. Fire up the turducken. Raff, are you on your phone or are you hunting? I just want to know.
Hey, did you get a deer yesterday? Because if you got a deer yesterday, I'm not sure why you're out there still.
Dude, he said he was
can only
hunting
get
with
one.
short sleeve shirts on yesterday.
Yeah.
When I was
That's
I meant to
insane.
send you that. I meant to send you a picture when I was going out to York that said chances are.
Oh, yeah.
There's literally a sign on the interstate. You've never seen it because you don't pay. I mean, I don't pay attention to it either, but I just happen to see it. But when you mentioned chances are, there's that restaurant in York. I spoke in York yesterday, but on my way back from York, Raff mentioned they were in short sleeve shirts.
That's incredible. That's incredible. I remember putting the toe warmers in my boots when I would have to walk out to the blind at 4 a.m. in the morning. That's what makes me go, no, I don't want to do this anymore.
So, Nick, you put those little warmers in your boots.
Yeah, you got little toe warmers. You got the two layers of socks.
Yeah.
You don't want to sweat, though. You don't want to do too much to where you start sweating out there in the cold. So you obviously I did 2 layers of socks, the toe warmers in the boots, tuck the jeans into the boots, then put the coveralls on, and then put the hoodie over the coveralls. And it was this whole process.
See, here's the thing, man. When we were your age, Nick, and literally when your age, and some of the text line folks would know what I'm talking about, some of the listeners. See, Nick, you grew up in an age where you had Under Armour.
Yeah.
You got the cold gear that you could put on.
Yeah.
It was like, wick resistant. It would just, absorb all the heat or keep the heat in and kick the heat out, depending on what type of weather you're playing in. Brother, we had long johns.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I wore long johns.
Itchy.
Hanes or Fruit of the Loom.
Yes.
Fruit of the Loom. Yep.
And they were not comfortable, bro.
Because here's the thing. I'm convinced that those work better still than that cold gear.
Long johns?
I found that long johns kept me warmer than any of that fancy stuff.
But dude, you were itchy as heck wearing those things, man.
Yeah, but if you're warm, you kind of forget about the itchy.
Nah, bro. I mean, you're scratching everywhere when you're wearing them jokers, man. I mean, it was not fun wearing long johns.
I would like to know what is the bar in Valparaiso, Nebraska? Harry's. So what we would always do is on a Saturday when we're out there, it was, okay, when's the Huskers play? They usually played at 11 a.m. or 2:30.
Right.
So we based our lunch around there. So we'd rock a crick. We'd go into town in Valparaiso, or we'd go to Toohey, Nebraska. Bonus points to anybody on the text line that knows where Toohey, Nebraska is.
Toohey,
Nebraska is about, probably 7 miles northeast of Valparaiso.
I can see the sign.
Very, very small town.
I can see the sign.
And man, Toohey, Nebraska had one of the best little sport dive bars I have ever been to. And so shout out to anybody that lives in Toohey, Nebraska. Because that's around the area that we would be hunting in. And we'd always make sure we were watching Nebraska. A lot of times it'd be the Michigan Wolverines they had to play during that time. Michigan or Minnesota during that time of the year. Toughies in Toohey. Nice. There you go.
IQ crew, appreciate you, man.
Great
Appreciate you. Cubsker says, what's up, Cubsker? I wear long johns for work during wintertime still. Man, Cubsker, don't you got the ones that are like the new long johns from like Walmart, or like the old ones that we grew up with, man? Because the new ones, from what I hear, aren't too bad.
Yeah.
They've upped their game of the technology of comfort.
Yeah.
Because them old ones, man, you were scratching your butt cheeks, you were scratching your legs, you were scratching everything, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't get with those.
I'm not sure if this is Saunders County, but we want to talk about small town bars again. In Raymond, they have the I always called it the Ding-a-ling. I think it's just called it's called a new bar. It's called a new bar. It's a new name now.
Okay.
But it used to be called the Ding-a-ling Bar. How about this? A lot of response from Toughies in Toohey.
Yeah.
We have how about this? Toughies, Toohey has a car show every year. Somebody says I used to deliver Toughies food.
Is it good food? You said it's good food, right?
It's an underrated spot. Yeah. Dang. A lot of good stuff.
We should have a car show there every year.
Yeah.
North of Valparaiso. Okay.
It'll always be the Ding-a-ling. Darn right. It'll always be the Ding-a-ling Bar. Yeah. That's unbelievable.
P. Ferguson says, champion sweatshirt under my football pads. Started a 190 due to sweat. Looked like I was a D1 prospect on film because it bulked up on my blurry VHS recruiting the 230.
That's awesome.
I'm not wicking away sweat like Under Armour. No, you're not. Yes, right, Pete, you're right. Rashes. Put it this way, man. My skin was as red as my sweater right now when I took the long johns off. When a black man is red, something wrong, brother, because we don't blush.
That's not good.
It's a rash.
Yeah. Yikes.
Folks, there was a game last night. The Huskers took on Stony Brook, small school out of New York. From what I understand, upstate New York is where they were at. Battled Nebraska for a while. Also, of course, folks, we do have some football tonight, NFL football. And, of course, Nebraska, who's going to start on Saturday, man? We got some to discuss that as well. So, folks, we'll be back. I'll be rolling out of here about 9:30. Nick will hold it down from 9:30 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
I think the captain show will be on for about an hour before they switch things back up to Omaha to the event that's going on there. So, folks, thanks for riding with us this Thursday. We'll be right back to discuss all things sports. It's The Drive, 937 a ticket.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about
Atomic Diesel?
That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with
Atomic Diesel.
Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how
Atomic Diesel
and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Thanksgiving is near, and Fairway is now taking orders for fresh turkeys, holiday hams, prime ribs, holiday trays, and more. Save yourself the stress of waiting until the last minute and order ahead this year for your holiday meals at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in November, with the best breakfast sandwiches in Lincoln made just the way you want. Order a caramel latte this month, and 10% of proceeds will go to the Lincoln Habitat for Humanity. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Whether you're looking for a place to stay for a concert at PBA, a Nebraska home game, or just a night on the town, the Courtyard Lincoln Downtown Haymarket is the place for you. Enjoy an evening at one of many restaurants or bars within a short walking distance. Business travelers at the hotel will enjoy free high-speed internet access, a 24-hour business center, and large in-room workstations. And check out the bistro, where you'll enjoy healthier food and beverage options, as well as high-tech conveniences. Book your room today at the Courtyard Lincoln Downtown Haymarket.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by at 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
At Koppel Chevrolet GMC, we are thankful for so many things this year, starting with our great employees, a generous community, our military personnel, and most importantly, our loyal customer base that continues to drive that money-saving mile of Louisville. Hi, this is Sean Callahan, and on behalf of everybody at Koppel, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and safe travels to wherever they may take you. Happy holidays from Koppel Chevrolet GMC.
This is Rick Heyman, president of Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I'm inviting you to stop by any of our 3 great locations to see why we have been voted best of for decades. We're a 4th-generation jewelry company that refuses to compromise on quality or service. If you're in the market for anything for anyone special, nothing, and I mean nothing, says it better than Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Sartor Heyman Jewelers since 1905 in Lincoln and Grand Island.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Power combo BOGO? Huh?
Yes, if you purchase an air conditioner, you receive a furnace completely free. At John Henry's, our professionals want to ensure you are comfortable in your home all year long, no matter what Nebraska has to throw at us. Call today to schedule your free estimate and learn more about the free furnace waiting for you. Give John Henry's a call today.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back. It is Thursday. We are 11th and 0 at 93.7 The Ticket. The mothership. We got Nick holding it down. Raff is somewhere in a deer blind out in Arnold, Nebraska on this balmy Thursday morning. It's balmy if you're golfing. Actually, we're golfing too. It's balmy if you're hunting, if you would. Balmy if you're doing anything outside. But folks, we have incredible breaking news.
All right, let's go ahead and play this here. Now, it is the off season, and here's the deal: at the during the off season, a lot of moves are made free agency wise. This is a organizational move, as the Oakland Athletics have officially been approved by all Major League Baseball owners to move and relocate to Las Vegas. So Las Vegas is getting a Major League Baseball team, and the Oakland Athletics, which. So I had a buddy that went to an Oakland Athletics game over the summer. Said it was just a dumpster.
Oh,
he said he's like, it's outside the stadium. You're terrified.
Nick, remember I was telling you and Raff, where the Raiders used to play at as well. It's in the hood, bro.
Yeah,
that place,
the Coliseum. Yep,
I've been by that place a number of times out Oakland. And the first time I went, because my agent Chris Fisher, I don't know if you met. I think you haven't met Chris Fisher yet, but he lives in Dansville, which is. Further east of Oakland. He's on the East Bay, of course. And this is probably about seven years ago. And the first time I was like, bro, this is where they play. He goes, AD, this is the stadium. I was there actually just when I was in San Fran last year. That place is a dump.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, you don't know if you're going to get mugged or shot or whatever when you're in that part. Oakland is rough, man.
Well, and now here's the thing. I mean, now you move to Las Vegas, where you're having all the sports happen, all the attention, right? The Raiders obviously moved. You have the Sphere there that everybody's freaking out about. It's going to be, they have plenty of room to build a cool stadium. It's going to be state of the art. You'll have an opportunity to have, if they ever move to like a neutral site World Series, they're going to be able to play there. They're going to be able to play college baseball tournaments at the new stadium, like same way that they do with the new Texas Rangers stadium. That's why Nebraska will be the very next team to play in Texas Rangers stadium next spring. So like new stadiums, new infrastructure gives the cities a lot more potential for added revenue.
Now I want you to think about this for a minute. Warriors moved out there 2 years ago. Moved out of Oakland. Yeah. Raiders no longer there. Oakland is no longer there. There's got hockey there?
No, not even.
They have no pro teams now in Oakland.
None.
I don't know the ins and outs of, how the city in the county collect those types of taxes to take care of, because really at the end of the day, folks, it is entertainment. You know, so when Mark Davis, and they tried to stronghold the community, saying, "Hey, you got to help pay for this." It's like, well, you can't tell a movie theater. Well, a movie theater can't tell the public, well, you have to pay for this. So I get it. So, but it shows they weren't that invested to keep those teams there because they're all gone now. Golden State's gone. Oakland A's are now gone. The Raiders are gone. You have nothing left there. At least San Diego, they got the Padres still there. You know. But as far as that, I mean, Oakland now is desolate as far as pro teams. Man.
It's incredible that the fan support wasn't quite there.
No.
The athletics. It was funny. I always go back to last offseason because they posted, like, Major League Baseball's Twitter account posted a video game of their, like, the new MLB The Show video game that they brought out, and they said if you bought this, you spent more money this offseason than the Oakland Athletics. It's incredible. They didn't spend a single dime.
You know what, though?
And they kind of knew this was coming. It's just a matter of when.
And maybe the city of Oakland is putting their priorities on something else where they can put that money at. But I'm going to tell you where they should be putting it at. If they're not, I can't say where they should. I don't live there. I don't want to make a brash judgment not being there. But talking to the locals, I do know the homeless in Oakland, in San Francisco, Nick, is one of, you thought Chicago and New York is bad? Go to San Francisco. And Tom Massey's, listen, my man Tom Massey, always him and Hatfield come on the air. Massey was just in San Fran last week, and he says it's the first time he's been there in a number of years. So I'm interested to see what he thought if he was downtown Oakland. The homelessness in San Fran is like no other, bro. It's totally different.
So how about this? Their stadium won't be done until 2028.
So where are they going to play in the meantime?
So the A's are going to they still are on their lease to play in the Oakland Coliseum until 2024, but will not have a permanent home until 2028 when they are expected to move into a $1.5 billion facility on the Las Vegas Strip.
Oh my.
You want to talk about funds. You want to talk about money.
I wonder if they'll work out something with the Giants to play in San Fran.
So that is the plan.
Okay. So this is right across the bay.
Here's the issue. Here's the deal. The A's are expected to play in a variety of sites after their Oakland Coliseum lease expires after the 2024 season, including the Giants ballpark in San Francisco and Summerlin, Nevada, which is the Oakland A's AAA site. So you're going to have, I mean, that's incredible that that's incredible that they're going to play at a AAA ballpark over the next couple of years while their $1.5 billion facility is being built on the Las Vegas Strip.
That's like them playing at Dan Hartog right now.
Yeah, it is. That's, I mean, honestly, and so this is Major League Baseball's first relocation since 2005. I think just the second since 1972. In Major League Baseball. So it is a little bit of a big news day.
It's definitely historical.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we saw it coming down the kind of coming down the road the last couple of years. It was just a matter of when. And now they unanimously approved to relocate the Oakland Athletics.
You know, Disc Golf Jay, good morning, brother. He just said, just had some coworkers come back from a site visit in Oakland. Sounds like they need to invest in community resources addressing generational trauma. And I'm going to tell you what, man, I totally agree with you. Like I said, man, that community there, it's rough, Nick.
Yeah.
It is real rough. Now, you look at San Francisco. That was my first pro baseball game in San Francisco.
Yeah.
My buddy Chris Fisher took me out there. Like I said, he's huge. He lives out there. They were playing the Oakland A's. In fact, that stadium is off the chains, man.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful stadium. I'm not even a big baseball guy, but just the environment. There were people, the baseball's so laid back. There was a guy with his laptop working while he's watching baseball.
Yeah.
You know, so it was a cool environment. Big Bird, well, good morning to you, my man. He says the fan support, and you're spot on. The fan support is there. Do you remember the reverse boycott? And he's true. That is true.
It is
and
there.
You know what? And Big Bird, I don't think the city is there to back them up financially. I think the fans are. But not the city to open up the coffers to help invest in it.
Yeah, it's the same thing like with the Oakland Raiders, unfortunately, right? Like, do you keep on trying to grasp at straws to save it in Oakland, or do you go to a place like Vegas and on the Strip nonetheless, and say, you know what, we're going to invest in our organization because we know that there's funds there and we know that there's people that will pay money to come to Vegas to watch.
Vegas, and think about this in Vegas now. They're also talking about getting an NBA team there.
Yeah.
Vegas they're coming out of this quagmire of the pandemic and saying, look.
Well, you know why? It's because David from Renew decided to leave. He moved out. They said, okay, now David's out. We can all move everybody in. But
shots fired.
That's the reason why. No, I mean, so you look at Vegas though, and I mean, you're right. You're right, AD.
the Oakland Athletics tickets were going for, I mean, you could walk down the street and there would be a free ticket just
Free.
sitting on the street.
Not $5 or $10.
No,
free.
Because they would have, I mean, 2,000, 3,000 fans there at times. I mean, like that, like it was really, really bad.
Yeah.
And the Oakland Athletics, I mean, when you have that big of a stadium also, because it used to be a football stadium, that there's a lot of empty seats on TV.
Yeah.
And it's hard to sell a product to advertisers, to fans, to the younger generation as well. When you're still trying to grow this game of baseball, it's almost impossible to sell, hey, look, we only have a couple thousand fans in our stands, but we want you to be the next Oakland Athletics fan. Now in Vegas, all the flashing lights, all the unbelievable aerial views in 2028, people are going to be gravitated towards whatever baseball team that is.
Exactly.
If they're a casual fan.
Bingo. Even a casual fan, or just a guy like myself who had never been to a pro game before. It's like, hey, we're in Vegas. Why not check out the atmosphere while we're here?
Exactly.
So it's huge. Before we go to break, a few of these texts. Kevin from Lincoln. Good morning, brother. Appreciate you, man. Looking sharp today, D. Loving the red sports coat. Appreciate it, man. Like I said, I've had this sweater for about, 3 years, and I got another one. It's not even, it's just like kind of a, mock, whatever you want to call that thing. Brian T. Daughter is getting braces this morning. Let's keep up with the good stuff. Appreciate you, Brian. I hope the daughter's procedure with the braces goes well as well. And Sanderson, yes, my man. Good morning, brother. It is the real hood. I mean, like, I've been to some hoods before, man, but this one, man, is one. When if Oakland had a night game and they were getting out late, you better hope the Popo is there still hanging out directing traffic, man, because you have no idea what's going on. So we'll see what happens. Folks, stick with us. We got history coming up. We have some Husker talk coming up as well. Huskers played Stony Brook last night, and a particular player had a great debut last night there at the Vault. We'll be right back, folks. It's 93.7 The Ticket, down at 11th and 0. We'll be right back.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
This is Rick Heyman, president of Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I'm inviting you to stop by any of our 3 great locations to see why we have been voted best of for decades. We're a 4-generation jewelry company that refuses to compromise on quality or service. If you're in the market for anything for anyone special, nothing, and I mean nothing, says it better than Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Sartor Heyman Jewelers since 1905 in Lincoln and Grand Island.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in November, with the best breakfast sandwiches in Lincoln made just the way you want. Order a caramel latte this month, and 10% of proceeds will go to the Lincoln Habitat for Humanity. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra.
It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today. Found in most local grocery stores.
At Koppel Chevrolet GMC, we are thankful for so many things this year, starting with our great employees, a generous community, our military personnel, and most importantly, our loyal customer base that continues to drive that money-saving mile of Louisville. Hi, this is Sean Callahan, and on behalf of everybody at Koppel, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and safe travels to wherever they may take you. Happy holidays from Koppel Chevrolet GMC.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about Atomic Diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
Power Combo BOGO? Huh?
Yes, if you purchase an air conditioner, you receive a furnace completely free. At John Henry's, our professionals want to ensure you are comfortable in your home all year long, no matter what Nebraska has to throw at us. Call today to schedule your free estimate and learn more about the free furnace waiting for you. Give John Henry's a call today.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Leaves are falling and the temperatures are cooling down. But don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Leagues are underway with winter leagues beginning on November 27th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at Double Eagle Golf. Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back on this gorgeous Thursday morning. The weather is beautiful. I can't wait to golf on Saturday, man. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm also happy about? I don't get on an airplane until December.
That is, whoa.
I'm serious,
That's
bro.
big.
I mean, I'm like, this morning I was driving here and I almost kept going straight to the airport. I'm like, nah, bro. And it dawned on me, I don't get on an airplane until I think December 6th.
That's great.
I'm just, man, I'm excited. And I had a good time yesterday. Big shout out to the folks that brought me in Eeks Office Plus last night. Yesterday, they were an awesome audience there at the Holthus Convention Center there in York, Nebraska, man. Great people, a lot of Husker fans, a lot of friends, folks I've known for a long time too. Just good people out there in York, Nebraska. Great organization as well. But it felt good that when I got done, I was looking for my suitcase. I was like, no, bro.
That's great.
All I got is a backpack, man. That is it. All I got is a backpack, so I love it. Big B, good morning to you, man. You're driving back from Wisconsin. He goes, love the show, and it keeps me entertained while I'm on the road for work, man. Appreciate you, brother, and safe travels back home to Nebraska, wherever home may be for you, brother. Cubsker, what's up, man? Team name idea? I'm not sure. He goes, how about the Las Vegas Gamblers?
It'll probably be the Las Vegas Athletics, honestly.
They'll probably keep that athletics.
They might keep the athletics part.
That's a long. You don't change up the logo if it's been working for you.
Hasn't been working, but I mean,
yeah, ain't been working for a long time.
Las Vegas Athletics, yeah, because you can't take the Aces because WNBA team there already has it, and so
right.
I would assume they're gonna keep the same thing as like the Las Vegas Raiders did and keep it the Las Vegas Athletics.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, probably so.
All right,
here's some history, man. Don't know much about history. Don't know much of biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. 1957 Boston Celtics center Bill Russell sets NBA record of 49 rebounds.
Whoa.
Think about that for a second, bro. In a game.
Yeah.
49 rebounds as Boston beats Philadelphia Warriors 111-89 at the Garden. At the Garden, where they probably had lobster afterwards. 49 rebounds in a game is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Bill Russell, now check this out, Nick. We don't see this anymore at all. And I'm wondering who the last person to do this. He was also a player coach in Beantown.
Oh, yeah.
You would never see that again in this day and age. But he was also a coach during that time, too. 1962 says for San Francisco Warriors center Wilt Chamberlain scores 73 points. 127-111 win over the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden. And in baseball, Pirates. Pittsburgh Pirates. 1966, Pittsburgh Pirates outfielder Roberto Clemente is named NL MVP. The Pirates had a rich history of good baseball teams back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, but the 90s ain't been it ain't been much lately, put it that way.
Yeah.
Put it that way. Husker history. There's some there, but way back in the day, seems like a theme. 1963, after building a 17-point lead, the Huskers fended off a late Oklahoma State charge to win, though. In Stillwater, 2016, setting the stage for a showdown with Oklahoma in Lincoln. Nick, I miss those true rivalries like that. Even when I was out in Baltimore last week, there were a number of gentlemen that were, probably mid-60s.
Yeah.
That talked about how they used to love watching Nebraska play Oklahoma in those games that would determine who was going to the Orange Bowl, and many times would have national championship implications as well during those days, man. But even people down in when I was in Oklahoma last week in Tulsa, I'll show you this video later, but I had there's just a huge high school and college audience, about 2,000 students. I said, "Where the OU fans at? We're the Sooners," and they went nuts. They're going crazy. Then I said, "Where them Cowboys at?" The Cowboy fans are going crazy. Oklahoma State. And then there was, you could tell there were people were pissed, Oklahoma fans, because they know they're not getting a shot at Okie State anytime in the near future because Bedlam is done for the foreseeable future, man. So with this conference realignment, we're not going to see a lot of those games. I think we have a better chance of seeing Texas. Texas and Oklahoma will still play, I think, a few times. But the Okie, which is ridiculous because Stillwater and Norman are like an hour and a half apart, and they won't play each other in the foreseeable future, man. Nope. It's nuts. Okay, break my heart, man. Break my heart. I know what's coming.
We're only going to talk about one game today.
Oh, thank God.
And because none of the games that would be on today were good. November 16th, 2019, Nebraska falls to Wisconsin at home, 37-21. Wisconsin was ranked in the top 15 when they came to Lincoln in 2019. This was also a game where Nebraska came into it not ranked, with a 4-5 record, hoping to get to that bowl eligibility mark. Nebraska first takes the lead at 7-0, but then it was all Wisconsin. Wisconsin wins 37-21 to improve to 8-2 on the year. Jack Cohn was Wisconsin's quarterback,
13 of 21 through the air for 162 yards and a touchdown. More importantly, though, Jonathan Taylor on this day for the Wisconsin Badgers. Jonathan Taylor goes 25 carries, 204 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the ground for the Badgers. The leading receiver was Kendrick Pryor, 3 catches, 30 yards for the Wisconsin Badgers. You'd also remember that I believe Aaron Cruikshank had the either punt return, he had the kickoff return. He had an 89-yard kickoff return, did Cruikshank. Then he ended up transferring the next year to Rutgers. And killed Nebraska in their game against Rutgers in the last game of the COVID year as well in 2020. So then for Nebraska, you had Dedrick Mills, 17 carries, 188 yards, and a touchdown.
Who I think was terribly underutilized.
I would 100% agree with you. Adrian Martinez added 89 rushing yards and a touchdown. Leading receiver for the Huskers was J.D. Spielman, 4 catches, 71 yards, and a score.
Who would leave the next year.
Yep, he would end up leaving. They went out prior to this season and got Kanawai Noah, the transfer wide receiver from California. He ends up having 3 catches for 72 yards in this game as well. Adrian Martinez finished the day 13 of 23. Similar stats to Jack Cohn, 220 yards, 1 touchdown, but he threw 1 interception. So there you go. 37-21. Wisconsin improves to 8-2. Nebraska falls to 4-6.
You look at Taylor. I mean, I'm going all the way back to the days of Ron Dane at Wisconsin.
Yep.
What is it about Wisconsin that gets these bruising backs? And speaking of that, Nick, any word on Braylon Allen? Is he playing?
Still banged up.
So he's not playing.
Here's the thing. So this and this might
and
not
Braylon
be,
Allen, folks, just in case you don't know, is the starting running back, sophomore.
Yeah,
a true sophomore, might I add, for the Wisconsin Badgers.
So here's what I would say about Braylon Allen, and this might be, people are going to come at me and be like, Nick, that's a stupid way to think about it. The spread went down. Which means, in my eyes, Vegas knows, hey, Braylon Allen's banged up. Here's the thing. Last week, he had 3 carries, 3 yards. I would imagine that if he does play on Saturday, it is not going to be in any capacity that we're used to seeing Braylon Allen play in. Any capacity. I think it'll be a completely different type of Wisconsin team that we see on Saturday.
You know, obviously I don't wish anybody to be hurt, even with Deshaun Watson playing my beloved Steelers on Saturday. On Sunday. He's out for the season for Cleveland, but I loved watching Braylon Allen play, though, man. That dude was a man-child.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we won't see him. But goodness, we got to take care of our own.
Yep.
Before we go to break, Clay telling you, John, he goes, AD, you're wrong. LeBron James has been a player, coach, and GM for the last 10 years. He ain't listening to no coach. And you know what, Clay telling you, John? You're right, dude. You're definitely right. I think the last coach you really listened to was T. Lue.
T. Lue?
He definitely listened to T. Lue. They got that championship, but how much he listened, I'm not sure. But Clay Tony John, that is hilarious. But you know what? It's pretty much true.
Yeah, I'm not sure Frank Vogel is telling LeBron what to do.
No.
There you go.
Folks, we're back to talk some Husker football. Stay with us on this Thursday on 93.7 The Ticket. It's The Drive.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
It takes a great game plan to win a football game each week. And right now, it's time to plan a trip to get a new car at Mullen Motors. Just like on the football field, there's a wall of defense on the way to Mullen Motors. 48th Street is under construction from Layton all the way to Cornhusker Highway. But the lot at Mullen Motors is full of tons of great vehicles to drive home this fall for the ultimate touchdown. Mullen Motors, still open through road construction at 48th and Walker.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Is your heating system ready for cooler weather? Call Bryant to schedule your fall heating check. No matter what brand, call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Whether you're looking for a place to stay for a concert at PBA, a Nebraska home game, or just a night on the town, the Courtyard Lincoln Downtown Haymarket is the place for you. Enjoy an evening at one of many restaurants or bars within a short walking distance. Business travelers at the hotel will enjoy free high-speed internet access, a 24-hour business center, and large in-room workstations. And check out the bistro, where you'll enjoy healthier food and beverage options, as well as high-tech conveniences. Book your room today at the Courtyard Lincoln Downtown Haymarket.
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about atomic diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
This is Rick Heyman, president of Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I'm inviting you to stop by any of our 3 great locations to see why we have been voted best of for decades. We're a 4-generation jewelry company that refuses to compromise on quality or service. If you're in the market for anything for anyone special, nothing, and I mean nothing, says it better than Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Sartor Heyman Jewelers since 1905 in Lincoln and Grand Island.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pine Pioneers Boulevard.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back, folks. 11th on O Street, 90.7 The Ticket. It's The Drive. Jack Russell, what's up? My man Jack Russell was driving down O Street, heading probably to his office, heading to the east. He said, AD, look up. Texted me on my cell phone. I looked up. I was like, there's no one there. But then I looked up, and then it appeared the beauty of Jack Russell.
There it is.
Jack Russell. And folks, Jack Russell, that's not a dog driving. That's an actual person.
It is an actual person.
Folks, it is Thursday. Nick, we have a trophy to play for.
Yeah.
And it's, I wonder if the players really get into the trophies anymore. I would, because, it's something to add to the trophy case. But this one's special to me. I'm not saying, Iowa, I care less about the Iowa trophy. Just beat Iowa.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
See, I think they care the most about the Iowa trophy.
I do too. To me, I don't care about the trophy. Just beat Iowa.
I saw the way they ran over there last year.
You were on the trophy.
I was on the trophy. I was in the scuffle.
That was when you were scuffling.
I was in the scuffle.
You was in the mosh pit.
Yeah.
No, and for those guys,
almost ran me over.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
And those kids last year needed that trophy so bad. After everything they had been through, I was so pumped for Coach Bush, Coach Mickey, and those kids, man, those kids. After all the adversity they've been through. And think about this for those seniors. That was the first thing of significance they won during their whole tenure. Think about that for a second, bro.
Yeah.
And I think guys like some of the older heads like myself, we got used to them. Okay, what's this trophy for again?
Yeah.
Because that was just a byproduct of going to the national championship. Even the Big 8 championships, those rings were nice. Like, yeah, that's cool. But we trying to get the big one.
Yeah.
But those guys, you got to start where you're at. This is where they were at the time. That was huge for those guys to get that trophy last year. This year, I really love, I'm not saying I'm not disregarding the Iowa trophy by any stretch, because to me, I just want to beat Iowa. I don't care if you get any hardware, not just beat Iowa as far as that goes. But I like this trophy because of what it means. And it's called the Freedom Trophy.
Yeah.
And the Freedom Trophy, when it goes back and forth, now the overall series between Nebraska, it started in 1901, okay? The two programs met 4 times over the next 70-plus years. They met twice in 1965 and 66, again in 73 and 74. And then they played 11 times since Nebraska joined the Big Ten in 2011, including the Big Ten championship in 2012, which that game did not go well at all. But they announced that trophy back in that time. Barry Alvarez and, of course, Sean Eichhorst, who was our AD at the time. But you think about the history of both of those stadiums. Camp Randall was a huge stadium. Was a camp for during the Civil War times, and of course, World War I is when Memorial Stadium was built shortly after there to recognize and to pay homage to the veterans and to the soldiers who fought over there. But the Freedom Trophy record is not good. They've won 12 of the 16 meetings with Nebraska. They have lead the all-time series. But since the inception of the Freedom Trophy, we haven't won it.
Yeah.
They're 8-0 in trophy games right now. With that being said, Nick, they're 8-0 in the trophy games when the first Heroes Trophy came out. We want to talk about the O-line. We talked about the quarterbacks, ad nauseum. We talked about that a lot. We know that's going to be an issue. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Sip and Jake on early break. Who do you think is a starter on Saturday?
Well, I think it's Chuba Purdy. I do. I don't know. I think it's interesting because the fact that we're having, and try to stay with me here, I guess, the fact that we're having the conversation when you're the guy that you started the season with, the guy that you brought in through the transfer portal, when he's the healthy one, and we're still having this conversation, tells me where the staff feels and where they lie with Jeff Sims right now. And understandably so. The guy's turned it over 12 times in his 26 drives that he's led. So I think that they believe that maybe Chuba Purdy gives them the better opportunity to win. Now, there's certain situations I would not be surprised to see Jeff Sims. There was one thing that I was going to say last week that I was a little surprised with. They brought Jeff Sims in, and he burned his red shirt last week. His red shirt got burned last week.
You know, Nick, what is interesting, before you go ahead, we were off the air a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
You brought that up, which was a great point. I never thought about the time where you said they may be trying to preserve his red shirt.
Well, and the reason being is that if Jeff Sims chooses to try to go somewhere else next year, whether that is whatever the case may be, you're talking about preserving this young man's college athletic ability or eligibility, rather. There's a chance, but they ended up putting him in. So now the redshirt idea is burnt. So now when you look at Jeff Sims, it's not a matter of, all right, we need to try to preserve his red shirt, so we're going to start Chuba. That's not the case. They need to put the guy who's going to give them the best chance to win out there on the field on Saturday. If that's Chuba, great. If that's Chuba with certain situations, bringing Jeff Sims in, that's fine. Whatever the case may be. But back to the offensive line. Here's the deal. The offensive line played their best game of the season last week.
Yeah,
they really did. And a lot of the situations where they've given up sacks has been because of poor quarterback decisions.
Yes.
That's been a lot of poor quarterback decisions, stepping up into a sack rather than just allowing yourself to stay in the pocket.
And not a lot of penalties at all.
Exactly. One penalty total on the entire Nebraska team the last 2 weeks.
Okay, let me ask you this. Like you just mentioned, in the last 2 weeks, when was the last time we've heard that stat?
Couldn't even tell you.
And Nick, don't you think that sometimes that those baby steps, those small incremental moves and moves of improvement get lost in the overall loss of the game? Because at the end of the day, folks, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. We know that. At the end of the day, it's the score that matters. Yeah, you're making steps, but those are small steps that don't necessarily get looked at.
Yeah.
But don't you think that shows signs of improvement?
Well, I mean, think about it, right?
Let's not sugarcoat it. This is
No.
In that sector of the game.
We talked about it a couple weeks ago when they lost Turner Corcoran and they lose Ethan Piper. Like, the communication needed to be better, right? Like that's something to worry about, is the communication between some new bodies on that offensive line. They've come in, not one single procedure penalty, not one single holding call. Like those things, that means something. That means something, because Nebraska for years past, and this is obviously even before Matt Rule, kill themselves on holding calls, on procedure penalties.
Offside,
I can think of multiple games over the last couple of years where Nebraska has started the game behind the schedule because they've started on with one or two false starts.
Oklahoma in particular comes to mind.
Oklahoma
I think
2021.
2 or 3 straight times, wasn't it?
Offside. It was Oklahoma 2021. It was 2 straight false starts and then a holding penalty. And thankfully, Nebraska was able to get out of that because of a great catch by Omar Manning and then an unbelievable run by Adrian Martinez. So they were able, but still, you're starting 3 or 4 steps behind schedule when you don't have to.
Right.
When you
By
don't have
self-inflicted wounds.
So Nebraska's offensive line now part of it is you just need a running back, which they have in Emmett Johnson. They need a running back to complement what they're doing. And what I mean by that is run the ball 20 times.
Right.
Let this offensive line continue to gain confidence, and in the process, allow Emmett Johnson to gain confidence.
Nick, my biggest fear. First of all, Bubba, good morning, man. He says 2 years in a row listening to you guys and filling my tag with an AirPod. Nice job, Bubba. That's a nice looking deal you got there too, my man. Well done. So yeah, it's something to where I want us to stick with the game plan.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I've not seen Emmett. Imagine if you just fed him the ball 18, 19 times. Feed the man the ball. You control the clock, and it helps reduce the chances of turning the ball over.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to see that. But our O-line, like I said, it's nothing like I said. It ain't like we're the pipeline return 2.0 or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad to
It
see they're
doesn't
not.
need to be.
It doesn't
though.
have to be.
It doesn't need
and
to
I think
be.
at times, Nick, it's an unfair assessment.
It is.
That Nebraska, those all O-lines of the 90s were some of the best O-lines in college football, period. So I think it's unfair at times we compare them. But it's not unfair to want to not be killed with penalties every time.
Yeah.
Fundamental football is what it is.
There you go.
Folks, I'm out of here, but Nick is going to take you home until 10 o'clock. I'm going to join you later in Omaha at Tiburon with the rest of the team up there.
There you go.
For the Big Red. What do you call it? The Big Red
Brunch.
Big Red Brunch.
Get some grub.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So, but tomorrow I'll be back. Nick's going to finish it up. Raff will be back from the Deer Blind as well. But Nick is going to take you on home with some more sports coming
There
in.
we go.
Folks, we'll talk to you later, but join us back. We'll be right back here. Nick will take you back.
Husker basketball.
Husker
right after
B-ball.
this.
Yes.
Husker
Stony
basketball
Brook.
right
They
after
did 'em.
this.
Come back and join Nick. 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite Tailored Light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
This is Rick Heyman, president of Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I'm inviting you to stop by any of our 3 great locations to see why we have been voted best of for decades. We're a 4-generation jewelry company that refuses to compromise on quality or service. If you're in the market for anything for anyone special, nothing, and I mean nothing, says it better than Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Sartor Heyman Jewelers since 1905 in Lincoln and Grand Island.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln, or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
We've got a playoff rematch coming up this Friday at the Ice Box as the Lincoln Stars face off against the Des Moines Buccaneers. It's the Buccaneers' first visit to the capital city since being swept in the first round of the Clark Cup playoffs last April. Don't miss out on an exciting Friday night of Stars hockey. Purchase your tickets today by heading to LincolnStars.com.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go Big Red!
Leaves are falling and the temperatures are cooling down. But don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Leagues are underway with winter leagues beginning on November 27th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf, inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at Double Eagle Golf.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show, powered by Sunbelt Rentals. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador, Select Plumbing, Jimmy John's, Lincoln Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Fleet Feet, Yours Cheese Spread on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, so AD has stepped out. Raff is obviously out of the office today as he's deer hunting. So we're going to break down as Bach joins me. Nick Sainer, Jake Bachhoven with you. Hello, Bach.
Hello.
We're going to break down Nebraska's 84-63 victory against Stony Brook last night at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nebraska 4-0 for the first time since, I believe, 2018. Fun fact also about this was that the last time Nebraska was 4-0 was the week before that they went to the Sanford Pentagon. Oh. Just like it is this week, where they'll go to the Sanford Pentagon up in Sioux Falls, South Dakota on Saturday and face off against the Oregon State Beavers. It's the first game that the Huskers will play against a Power 5 opponent this season. The Beavers, obviously, an NCAA tournament team of last year.
I think they were pretty bad last year.
2 years ago. Then they went to the NCAA tournament. They were, last I checked, they were 2-0. I'm sure they've played another game in between there.
3-0.
3-0.
Two overtime games, one of them double overtime.
There you go.
So they've played more than 3 games. But.
So there you go. Nebraska last night beats Stony Brook 84-63. Now here's the deal. Juwan Gary comes back in after being suspended and after basically a season-ending injury last year. And he looks the part. He looks like a big piece that Nebraska was missing. In 23 minutes of play, Juwan Gary drops 19 points on 8 of 11 shooting. Juwan Gary, real high percentage last night, which is something that Nebraska needs. They need a guy to come and steady the ship consistently, because offensively, especially the last 2 games, haven't looked that great.
Yeah. And he did, especially so in the second half. I mean, that's where he had this run where he had a couple threes. He got a rebound on a Keisei Tamanaga missed free throw and got a put back. Stony Brook was doing pretty good to match what Nebraska would do as far as pacing and trying to kind of extend the lead. But I thought that was a pretty key little run that they had throughout that game. And Juwan Gary, man, he's exciting. It also is worth noting he came off the bench last night. So 3 out of your 4 games now, the leading scorer has come off the bench. And so we talk about depth. And some of these guys, I mean, Wilcher started a few games and then led when he came off the bench. Gary's probably eventually going to start. So it's not necessarily, just that bench is going to continue to lead him in scoring. But it does kind of show you how deep this team is. And it was great to see Juwan Gary back out there. But it was kind of there's a few different guys that were contributing and kind of getting to that 14 to 19 point range. But the thing is, if he can consistently hit that 3, that's really going to change his game. He kind of becomes a 3-level scorer that can, is obviously a hustle player, kind of gets all. And that's what I'm really excited for some lineups out there, specifically with Gary, Alec, and Hoiberg. I don't think you'll miss a hustle ball or a 50-50 ball with those type of guys out there.
I think it's also important to note, I mean, this is the first time in really a long time that Nebraska's been as deep as they are. And what we mean, not even by depth in terms of like guys that can play, that are capable of going out there and just like filling space, like guys that can play, right? Like you think about the situations of like a Juwan Gary potentially coming off the bench, CJ Wilcher coming off the bench. If one of those guys ends up inserting themselves in the starting 5, then that puts another guy that was capable of starting at one point on the bench and capable of coming off the bench, right? So you look at, I mean, for example, Jamarcus Lawrence with another just really, really good game last night. He's not going to light up the stat sheet maybe as we saw maybe last year in his more shooting role, but last night he shoots 50% from the field. He drops 8 points, has 4 assists and 5 rebounds. If you can get that out of your guard spot, I mean, talk about, or not, I mean, we talked so often the last couple of years prior to Sam Griesel, number one, having a steady hand, but then also rebounding with your guards. And if they're able to get 5 rebounds from Jamarcus Lawrence, if they're able to get 9 from a guy like Bryce Williams, let me keep going down the list here. Juwan Gary added 7. If you're able to get those on top of 2 of the bigger guys that Nebraska's had in Rink Masters, a really good rebounder, and then Josiah Alec, who's just a gritty guy, you feel pretty good about Nebraska's opportunities ahead, especially even in Big Ten play, despite going up against probably a little bit bigger bodies.
Yeah, it'll be interesting when the bigs have to face kind of your Power 5 bigs and specifically your Big Ten bigs, the Land of Giants, right? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you feel confident about it. I was talking about with Harrison with it last night. Is I think if there's one guy that you don't want to get injured on this team, it would be Rink Moss.
Yeah,
because though they have depth as far as bigs, they don't have a guy that can provide what he provides. Blaze Keita and Josiah Alec are just different players, and they're not going to be consistently scoring on offense or being a threat from beyond the arc too much, or passing the ball around. Rink Moss is developing into a really steady
Very
player
nice.
and a big part of this this kind of identity that Nebraska is putting together. So I think that's one thing to kind of look out for is though they have, we talk about all the depth, the big man depth, and it's not. There's been years when Nebraska has like a 6'9" center, and maybe your next biggest guy is 6'6". So I mean, it's an embarrassment of riches as far as Nebraska basketball goes. But it is worth noting that that is one spot I think you can't. Well, one guy, I suppose, you can't afford to have go down and have kind of the same level fill in for it. As far as Jamarcus Lawrence goes, though, I think it's interesting too. He's the guy that's kind of learning that new role, kind of trying to be a facilitator. Obviously, one of the better ball handlers on the team. But even last year, he was a very streaky shooter. Like he could get 8 points in a row, out of nowhere, and finish the game with 10 points. Like he very much kind of goes through the rhythm of the game and how he's feeling. And he hasn't been able to knock down the threes yet. So I don't think it's necessary. I think part of it is, yes, he's kind of filling out that new role, but I think also, he had games like this last year and like he's played so far, where if he wasn't hitting it, he's afforded the ability to kind of have off game shooting wise because it's they have other guys that can fill that role. So I mean, I would say that there's also going to be times I wouldn't think that he's just like filling out some role. If he hit a couple threes, he'd take a couple more. Trust me.
I find it also just interesting as we see Fred Hoiberg try to shift these lineups and experiment with lineups, and that's what having maybe a little bit of an easier non-conference start will provide you for a roster like Nebraska, because you look at just like the minutes for each player, right? Jerron Coleman goes in for 11 minutes last night. Sam Hoiberg with 13, CJ Wilcher with 15. But then it's like guys like Eli Rice that played a big role in the first game because of injuries, now only at 3 or 4 minutes, right? Matar Diop came in at the tail end of last night's game, and Eli Rice and Matar both made some really nice defensive plays on a stretch for against Stony Brook. It was encouraging to see guys like that come in, yes, with fresh legs, but still be out there trying to make a play, trying to make something happen defensively when they're not getting a ton of time. Obviously, Eli Rice is a guy that I think a lot of Husker fans, myself included, are pretty excited about the future for Eli Rice. But with Nebraska being so deep, and as long as they keep on getting guys and keeping them healthy, then I'm not sure we see Eli Rice in a large capacity this season.
Not yet. He's kind of got to develop, and sometimes it takes a little bit. Maybe halfway through the season, he kind of gets going. A lot of it, like you said last night with that block, a lot of it, he's just kind of going off his athleticism right now, and that's what it's very good for Nebraska, because kind of their first wave of players we talk about, their second wave of players off the bench, anybody can lead them in scoring. If Rice and Diop are that third wave of players, you still, if you're facing Nebraska, and by then, you're usually talking about the end of the game, so it'd be. But I mean, if you had to play them, you don't drop off athleticism wise. You get no breaks.
And Diop is real green, like he's just really raw. But man, when a guy is that tall and has his wingspan, it makes you excited. It makes you excited to watch, his future and see what Nebraska can develop him into being. So once again, Nebraska basketball gets the victory, 84-63. They're now 4-0 on the season. And once again, like I'll continue to say it, so far since the start of last season, Nebraska hasn't dropped a game like they're supposed to win, right? They haven't dropped the Kennesaw States. They haven't dropped the Samfords. They haven't. And those are big deals, I think, when you're at a place like Nebraska, as stupid as that sounds, right? Because if Nebraska does want to get to where their goals are, and that's be on the bubble, be in the conversation for NCAA tournament, you don't want to be looking back and saying, oh, look what happened in November. They lost to Stony Brook. Oh, look what happened in November. They lost to Duquesne. You can't have that happen, because those are such big red flags on a tournament resume that if you win them, nobody's going to talk about them, which that's what you want to have happen.
Yeah, and I think the scheduling, is obviously softer this year than it was last year. Last year was a gauntlet, kind of helped form that team, but they did end up 500. And I think there is kind of this pressure to improve on that.
Yeah.
And so I think this is a good way to kind of get this team going. It's a veteran group, but it's still kind of learning to play together.
Yeah.
So I love the scheduling there, and it's a strategy. I mean, it really is. We don't have to pretend that it's not, because it's been used over the years. I think Doc Sadler had an 18 or 19 win team with this strategy, and Hoiberg he does. I mean, he needs some victories. He needs to kind of catch up, because his record at Nebraska isn't all that good. But we all kind of know it's about improvement and getting better in that category. So, I mean, we can, scheduling and difficulty of schedule, it's something that's kind of contextualized throughout the season. But when you look back on it, maybe, 2 or 3 years later, you kind of just like, whatever, they only got 15 wins. So I think it is something, again, I can still remember and go back to Doc Sadler's winning season and say, well, that's what they did. But I think it's good to get this team going, but it does kind of put more of an emphasis too on the Creighton game. I mean, the big game opportunities that you have in the non-con, because if you can win those and not drop, some of these other gimme wins, and I say gimme wins, you have to fight for them. And it was 47-46 there for a minute against Stony Brook before they broke out. But then you can kind of overlook the soft schedule and say, hey, Nebraska's a real player if they can beat Creighton and not drop any of these other games.
So, yeah, I mean, you mentioned Fred Hoiberg's record. He's 44-83 with his time at the Huskers through 127 games.
just a 35% winning percentage, right? And then that's including the 4-0 start here in 2023. So far, I mean, Nebraska basketball, it hasn't looked great offensively, especially the last 2 games, but hey, they're making, hopefully they're making some strides and making some improvements as they go forward. And they'll face Oregon State on Saturday. I believe that game tips off at 3 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. And then Duquesne comes to Lincoln next week as the final part of the Cornhusker Classic. Duquesne might be a little bit tougher. They might be the tougher non-conference opponent that Nebraska's faced because Duquesne thwomped Stony Brook on Monday night. And so we'll see what happens as Nebraska faces Duquesne next week in Oregon State on Saturday. All right, Bach joins me to round out the drive as AD is now up on his way to Tiburon. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on The Ticket. When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bärischen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bärischen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
The holidays are right around the corner. This is a great year to give your family and loved ones the gift of shoes to encourage them to stay active. Fleet Feet Lincoln fits you properly for shoes, and they offer a free group that meets 3 days a week, plus other training programs and a walking group on Mondays. Get healthy, stay healthy with proper shoe wear from Fleet Feet Lincoln and a group of friends that will support you and keep you accountable. Start your health adventure at Fleet Feet Lincoln at 77th and Pioneers.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference. When it comes to tackling your fall projects, having the right equipment can make a huge difference. At Sunbelt Rentals, they have an extensive line of tools and equipment to help complete any job. From lawn and landscape equipment to hand tools, pressure washers, portable generators for you tailgaters, and much more. Sunbelt Rentals makes it easy to get what you need when you need it. Drop in to see the experts at 5450 Alvo Road in Lincoln or visit sunbeltrentals.com today to learn how Sunbelt Rentals can make it happen for you.
At Koppel Chevrolet GMC, we are thankful for so many things this year, starting with our great employees, a generous community, our military personnel, and most importantly, our loyal customer base that continues to drive that money-saving mile of Louisville. Hi, this is Sean Callahan, and on behalf of everybody at Koppel, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and safe travels to wherever they may take you. Happy holidays from Koppel Chevrolet GMC.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Fall has arrived, and it's the perfect weather for the DIY market to listen to the game while building a deck. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and Decorators composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance and to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671 or go online to deckcityne.com. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Leaves are falling and the temperatures are cooling down, but don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Leagues are underway with winter leagues beginning on November 27th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf, inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at Double Eagle Golf.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben sandwich or the Prime Rib French dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, expecting increasing cloud cover as the day wears on. It'll be breezy too. We'll see a high of around 68. Tonight we'll see a slight chance of showers. Otherwise, partly cloudy skies are expected with a low of around 31. And tomorrow, sunshine returns. We'll see an afternoon high of around 52. I'm meteorologist Kyle Bucket for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in The Drive. No AD, no Raff. Both of those guys will be back tomorrow. AD is up on his way to Tiburon. It's going to be a real short segment here. Very short segment, actually. AD is on his way up to Tiburon Golf Club up in Gretna or in West Omaha to do the Big Red Brunch. We'll have coverage as well from the Big Red Brunch. As we normally do, we'll have the Captain Show from 10 to 11. Bach and I will handle things in studio from 11 to 11:30. And then it's celebrating the 1994-1995 national champions from 11:30 to 12:30 today up at Tiburon Golf Club. And then we'll have the Big Ten Show with Adam Carricker and Jeff Turn, as always, from 12:30 to 1. Tomorrow, like I mentioned, Raff will be back tomorrow after his little hunting excursion that Raff is on. Bach, you ever hunt?
I went hunting with a friend. I didn't actually do any of it.
Not a fan of it?
No,
You okay?
It was all right. I just I don't know. The thing is, I don't want to clean the deer.
Whoa, wait a minute. Stop
So
that.
that's music.
Yeah, we had to. There we go. Okay, you don't want to claim a deer?
No, I don't want to clean it. If you shoot it, you've got to clean it.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you did. You do.
And so I said, I'll just watch my buddy do it. And I didn't have to clean it.
All right, so Raff is back from. Let's see if I can do this quickly. Raff is back from the hunting excursion tomorrow. AD will be back as well as we round out the Friday. We'll have plenty of stuff to talk about on the drive as we usually do. We'll probably dive into Husker basketball, preview the game against Oregon State. A big deal that not a lot of people are also discussing is on Friday night, we'll have Nebraska soccer hosting Tennessee in the second round of the NCAA tournament. That's at the same time as the volleyball match against Michigan on Friday night. So kind of, if you're planning to go to one or the other, plan ahead to deal with some traffic from Hibner, Bob Devaney, since they're all kind of in the same area. Plan for some traffic. I know volleyball traffic is kind of crazy and hectic as always. It's a big weekend in Nebraska athletics, though, as obviously we have the two games on Saturday with Nebraska football at 6:30, Nebraska basketball playing Oregon State at 3:00 in the afternoon. Sunday, it's top 25 Creighton women's basketball comes to Lincoln to face off against the Nebraska women's basketball team on Sunday. I think that game tips off at 1 p.m. at Pinnacle Bank Arena. So a lot of Husker athletics coming down the road. So make sure you stick around. But for now, we'll go ahead and send it out to Tiburon Golf Club and Vershawn Jackson, Terrell Farley. Those guys are standing by up at Tiburon, and they'll have it for you after the break. Don't go anywhere. This has been The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information.